I wanted to do the Miss Elite video basically the whole Miss Elite video, but not I didn't watch her video though, because the reason I'm not watching it is because she is someone that I compete with, honestly. She has views that are less than mine, therefore I don't watch anyone who has less views than me. That's comparable to me. Especially since she has more subscribers than I do, so she's going to get more views than me anytime she wants to, basically. I understand she's a much bigger content creator than I am. I understand that. Um, so for those reasons, I'm not going to look at her video, and I'm really glad that I do have more views than her. But I wanted to talk about the whole title because she said that I had a fake butt, and I'm like, thank you. I have a fake butt, you think? You think my butt is that big that it's fake? That's that's something that people usually make fun of me on. So I'd be like, seriously? One thing I wanted to talk about too is this. I kind of think you don't have a body like Doja Cat or Nicki Minaj. Now, hear me out as to why I think that. It's because you don't seem to understand what a nice butt is. They have nice butts. They have my butt on steroids. They have my butt with wideness and they have much more roundness to it. Every skinny girl's butt stands up, okay? My butt stands up, and my butt is actually only 35 inches. Think of my butt like Britney Spears' butt when she was young, or Jessica Biel's butt when she was young. My butt is more of a muscular butt, basically. So I like the fact that you thought that my butt was fake, because I mean, like most people just say it's small and insignificant because it's a lot smaller than my chest. But you know, I kind of feel like you don't specifically have a body like Doja Cat or Nicki Minaj. That's just a clutch that you claim, basically. You claim it because you think that that's a nice body type, and that's what curvy girls do. And when I say curvy, I mean overweight, not real curvy girls. Real curvy girls are like Kim Kardashian. Nicki Minaj is curvy too. Um, but overweight women claim women who are curvy, even though they don't have body types like them. They just claim it because it makes them sound like they're nice and they're attractive. But that's not the truth. The reason why I think this is because why would you think that my butt was fake unless you think my butt looks better than yours? And if my butt looks better than yours, then you clearly do not have a Nicki Minaj butt. You clearly do not have a Doja Cat butt. Because their butts are very round, you see. Much rounder than mine, and much nicer than mine at that. I understand that. I have no qualms about big butt women. If anything, I mean, like, if you really did have a bottom like that, I would feel like, hey, I told you small butts were better. But, I mean, like, I don't even think you have a body like that because you wouldn't think my butt was fake if you had a butt like that because you know that it's normal to have a butt that's round unless you're overweight and your butt falls down like little like sagging cups, like they're like boobs instead of a butt. But yeah, I thought that was flattering. I appreciate that. Now, as far as the boobs, I have shown myself several times at 17 years old with my boobs. So obviously, my boobs are always big. I had a C cup when I was 84 pounds. At 17 years old, I've had my boobs since I was 6. Yeah, it takes a long time to grow these, and I pray they are healthy. Yeah, people always think big boobs are something to be jealous of. For me, I just am always worried about them. I mean, they can literally kill you. But people are always stuck on the aesthetics of it, and it's just like, come on now. There's way more to this than just looking at two big globs on your chest. Anyway, when I was young, honestly, I was confused when I saw my boobs. Honestly, when I was like 6, 7, 8, 9, I was confused, very confused. It took me a while to be happy with them. It was probably by the time I'm 15, and I realized most people aren't as big as me. And by that time, I'm just a C cup, you know. But I'm 84 pounds. C cup to 84 pounds. Most people at 84 pounds aren't even an A cup. And I was a C cup. So, you know, that's one thing I've always boasted about. And yeah. And I've always boasted about that. And also, I've boasted a bit about, you know, after that, I keep gaining. So at 84 pounds, that's not just it. I was 100 pounds, I was a D cup. And that was when I was 18, 19. And then when I was 21, I gained a little bit more, and I'd be like 110 pounds sometimes. I'd be a triple D. And then I could get smaller to 100 pounds back to my D cup. Or I could be in between, and I could be like a double D cup. You know, the ideal body type has been considered 36, 24, 36. That's my range. I'm a 37, 24, 34, 35-ish on my 105 pounds. But like when I'm 110, I'm like 37, no, 38, I'm sorry, 25, 35. And then when I'm like 100 pounds, I'm 36, 23, 33. Sometimes I'm a bit like a 22 too. The 22-inch waist sometimes. But yeah, that's my range. So I'm right around the 36, 24, 36 range. My butt is a little bit smaller, and people have always come at me with that, with my narrow hips and all that shit. But you know, the good thing about that is this: my butt is actually the main thing in my measurement, which makes my butt more round, obviously. Because if you look at me from straight ahead, my hips are completely narrow. My thighs are very thin too. So the only thing that I gain weight on is my butt, just minorly though. It gains as much as my waist does, maybe slightly more. So obviously it doesn't gain much. So the only thing that you're jealous of here is the fact that my butt is perky. Like I said, you have a lot of people to be jealous of, and way more than me. No wonder you're angry at the Kardashians, because their butts are perky, you know, and way more round than mine, you know. Also, one other thing I wanted to talk about, and that's, you know, the whole thing with the makeup situation. You were trying to say that my makeup was what made me more attractive than you. And I've already shown me bareface, you with a whole bunch of makeup on. 6.52, 8.61. I'm an 8.6 without makeup, and my hair is real hair. And your hair is not real. You have a whole bunch of makeup on, and you're 6.52. This is why you are so angry at me. This is why you're so jealous of me. You know, and you could tell by the title that you were clearly upset, because nobody goes after what someone else has unless they think what they have is more attractive. You think obviously that I'm more attractive than you. And honestly, I don't care, but I do think this. You know, your ire and your anger is the main thing that I like, honestly. I like it because it's always convinced me to try to stay and stick it out as a woman. Because it's like, I look at myself as a female and I'm like, I don't look bad, you know, kind of thing. And I'm like, oh, I like how I look, you know. And, you know, if I look like you, though, not that you're ugly, I would just transition to live as a man. Because, I mean, like, your looks, would it really be hurt if you transitioned to look as a man? No, it wouldn't be. For me, I'm like, I don't know, really. I've always been like, I could transition and then end up not liking how I look. And then I'm starting off with someone who I don't like how they look rather than how I am now. I don't have any issue with how I look. I'm happy with how I look. I just don't like the fact that I'm female. I don't like a lot of things about being female, different physical characteristics I don't like. Specifically, you were talking about plastic surgery. And as far as plastic surgery, um, yeah, I need plastic surgery, honestly. Everybody always talks about my teeth. So, I mean, like, if anything, I would probably get plastic surgery for that. But specifically, I've always wanted one, a mastectomy for health reasons. Two, I've always wished I could have male genitalia. I wish I had a dick and balls. So obviously, I would not be trying to get myself dolled up. I don't like to think of myself as a doll. Only when I'm ovulating, but even then, it's kind of like this doll that wants to fuck people. And when I say fuck, I mean literally fuck. I don't mean be fucked. Even when I relate to men, it's not an effeminate mentality. Nothing about me is feminine, honestly. Even my attraction to men is not as a feminine entity, it's more as a masculine entity. This is why when I was a kid, the first type of men that I'd be attracted to, and boys, were the feminine ones, the ones people call twinks. That's what I find attractive first off, you know. I've been always more attracted to a man's butt than their penis. The thing is with you is that you see what you want and you see what you like and you wish it was yours. And therefore, you want to think people are trying to look a certain way when they're not. They just naturally look that way. Ergo, why, without makeup, I still look better than you. But this was really never about me. It was about you and Crystal. And the main thing I wanted to point out there was that Crystal Swirls is more attractive than you. I've already proven that. You're just mad that I've proven it, and I've told people, and people see that you are less attractive than Crystal Swirls, and you were just talking a whole bunch of shit. So, it is just what it is. I didn't make the computations, it just is. You're mad at me? No, you should just be mad at, I guess, the computations, the math. But math is the fact. Beauty is a fact. It is what it is. Maybe you should stop hating on people. But the main thing here is, I think you are just mad that you are fat compared to me. And you got a bit of your own medicine. And it doesn't taste so good. So either put the work in or shut up. Either way, you finally understand what it feels like from Crystal Swirl's perspective of you. And honestly, I would not even do this if you just wouldn't obsess so unhealthily over Crystal Swirls. Get over her and get a life, sweetie. Okay? Get help.